last week? If anyone remembers. Well, last time we were together. If anyone remembers.
Nope.
Sure, I can do it.
Sure. Take the floor.
So we went shopping, and we
Yeah.
had a good time. And we found a guy who was kind of sus. After we saved his children.
Yeah.
And then we went home for a very awkward dinner with my parents before we left to go to our bastion. And Ace and I got letters. It was a good time. And yeah, we didn't do a whole heck of a lot other than shopping and hanging out.
I eated a cinnamon roll.
You did.
You did also find out that your old enemy named Crow does have children.
Yes, we did find out
and
that
those
Crow
were the
has children.
children that you saved, and you found her ex-husband.
Yep, and he was mad at me.
Oh.
And us in general. He was just mad at us in general because now people are discriminating against him, and I felt terrible.
The people pleaser and Iris.
The people pleaser in Storybook, are you fucking kidding?
Yep, there you go.
Eldest daughter people pleaser. Like, hello, hi, that's me.
That's such a fucking mood. But starting off today, we're not gonna start back there soon, or yet. We're gonna shoot over to Kin. Kin, you left a day before the rest of your comrades.
Rude.
Following some letters over to the palace with the intention of seeing someone who, within the letters you had received, you had learned was no longer in prison. Coming into the castle, the main area, which is open to the public so that they can bring grievances to the king, it is a lot more busy than usual. There's a line coming out of the throne room.
Great.
Yeah.
Do I have any inkling of why there are so many more people than usual? Can I overhear any complaints as they are waiting?
There's a few people who are arguing with each other. It seems to be a few scuffles. Some are scuffles about land, some are about being improperly paid as per contracts and stuff. It's essentially taking their grievances to the Supreme Court and being like, fix this, please. The captains who you had noted earlier are a lot more hush-hush about their conversation. You would have to roll me perception to overhear what they're saying.
I would love to.
Oh, right ahead.
16.
With that, you can hear them talking about how they need to get a lot of the army's forces together because new mandates are going to be rolling out soon, and there's mention of kind of like a test of sorts. I can't think of the proper word. Reevaluation. And like evaluating the people within the cities and the towns and stuff.
I'm gonna pocket some of that. Do they... Would I have any prior knowledge based on their uniforms who they kind of collaborate with? Like, really what I'm getting at is, are they trying to recruit for any specific purpose or just general army type things?
No, it doesn't seem it's really about that. When they talk about like getting the armies together, they're talking about like who they do have so far.
Okay.
And the reevaluation doesn't seem to be in terms of recruiting people, but more of something else.
Okay, then I will ignore that. Just kind of take note of the fact that there are so many people, poor kid, dealing with all this bullshit, and gonna head over to where the one particular person that I would like to see, since he's been completely icing me out while he was in prison.
His lab is over to the left. Everyone to the lab. Everyone's getting thrown into
To the secret
water.
lair. Pull the lever.
Oh god! Oh god!
Uh-oh.
Oh god!
It's a
Well,
lot of tile.
As it turns
even
out,
in the room!
The abyss.
that may have been the wrong lever.
Walking in, it's a bit bustly here as well. You note, there's people who seem to just be coming here for like a normal doctor's visit. He seems to have two assistants of sorts who are more focused. One's more focused on the bookshelf, and one is currently more standing and observing, kind of like keeping his gaze averted when you first walk in and just going back to his own work.
No child soldiers or anything in my immediate attention.
Nope, the smallest one seems to just be a kid who's just getting like some medicine, in all honesty.
He's gonna approach Milo and just sort of his intentions he's not even entirely sure of. He's just kind of wary of what the fuck this guy is doing out of prison, and he's just gonna be like, so we're running a clinic now, are we?
And he looks up. He's currently in the process of mixing something. He looks over and he's like, it's where I have the most use, apparently.
Can I tell if he's here because I know he's under like watch. Is there anything physically on him that like binds him to this specific room?
my
It's
God.
he's got like, it looks like he's got like some types of cuffs on his wrists and ankles, but if you want to figure out if they trap him to this room specifically, you would have to roll Arcana.
All right, I would like to do that.
Man, it's the ankle brace.
I know. Fuck, just a 9.
You can't really tell. He doesn't seem too stressed about them. He doesn't even like adjust them at all or fidget with them at all. He seems to find them quite comfortable.
Of course he does.
Goodness gracious.
Hey, yo.
We're not
Ayo.
judging him for his kinks. It's fine.
Ayo!
We're judging him for everything else that he's done.
Yeah,
We're judging him for the child abuse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh my goodness, you guys are so
Judging him for the
judgmental.
war crimes, not the kinks.
What he does in his own house is none of our concern. What he does to the children in his house is our concern.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Hey,
That
skills
sounds
from
bad.
him.
That
Look
sounds
from the
really
vein.
bad.
Should I be running?
Yes.
Yes.
On the count of 3.
Oh my god.
3.
Before you even get to 3, I'm out the door.
I don't think we're even actually here. Technically, we're just watching.
Nope,
I'm
you are not.
hiding behind a skeleton.
I don't remember this kid's name. What is your name? There it is. But yeah, he as you're watching, he I have to actually like grab this bitch and like move. He goes over the kid. Obviously more focused on doing his job because he has to. He hands the kid the thing he had been mixing up, and he just gives the instructions of, take this back with you, tell your mom, spoonful a day. And
Helps the medicine go down.
kid walks out with it, and he goes back over here, flipping through his book.
God, you're boring now. Well, as long as you're bound to be doing this, is any chance I can become a patient for just a moment and see if you can do anything about my wings?
Depends. What do you want done with them?
I would like them functioning.
He like rubs his temples, and you see him turn over to look at the other assistant he had, who was a bit more anxious upon your entry. He goes, Asura, this seems like something he'll be able to help with, as it's what you're studying. And he, like, waves his hand as if dismissing, and this one over here kind of, like, perks up. He's like, oh, I guess. And do you have your new Simic thing? I can't remember what level you get that at.
I don't think so. Like, I can glide. I should be able to glide. But I hadn't been using it just yet for narrative purposes.
Okay, I wasn't quite sure. Alright.
Flashback to him falling into Iris's
Yeah.
arms.
Flashback
He didn't need to do
Moonbeam.
No, well, I'll leave that in my head. Never mind. There's a particular exam we should avoid.
I have an actual art piece of the fella. Give me 1 second. I have an art piece of him.
So fancy.
Nah, he's a silly little guy. Just a
Yeah, you said that about the guy who was stuck in my head, so I don't believe you.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's just a silly little guy.
No.
Trust me, Nassim's just a silly little guy.
No.
But the one who had been named Asura walks forward. He similar to you, also has a set of wings. His are smaller on his lower back. Don't seem to really be useful for actual flying. He's got a set of purple horns that curl around his face with metal tips on them, and 2 noticeable tattoos, one being like a spider web under his eye, and the other one on his arm being a set of chains that almost look like there's eyes embedded in them.
That, I feel like, would maybe pop off for Kin. May I run an Arcana check? I don't have any, like,
Go right the fuck
discern
ahead.
magic or anything, but... Fuck. 14?
The tattoos do seem magical from what you can pick up on. There seems to be kind of like a faint magical residue kind of surrounding his entire form in general.
Cool. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't need it today, but I just, since I've made good, and I'm a lord now, I wouldn't mind maybe taking back what was taken from me, and I feel like some of my transgressions could be forgiven, and this particular feature returned. If you're capable of that.
And he like he keeps his gaze down, messing with like the tips of his fingers, kind of like scratching at the pads of his fingers. Just kind of yes, it would involve needing a much more should I say private to truly do a bit of a procedure to undo the workings of, and he like searches for the words, like the dampening of your abilities. Now obviously isn't the best of places or times. Is there a preferred place you would like, my lord?
Oh, me. Not used to that. Not particularly. Probably, well, I give the address of the bastion and see if maybe my, perhaps my quarters, I can maybe find the things that you need.
Yes, I will grab the materials I need myself. Is there a specific time or day you're looking for, or I'm assuming you want it done as soon as possible.
We can give it about, let's say, 3 days. We're still settling in,
Alrighty.
if that works.
Yeah. I should.
Right, well, that's really all I came for, I guess. Toodaloo, I hope that you're enjoying your quarantine in this area, and I hope that the gods treat you exactly the way you deserve. Lovely to meet you. Was it Asura?
Yes, Asura.
Asura.
Yes.
Right. Well, in that case, yeah. You have a lovely, lovely day. And then, is there anything else in this room that strikes me as odd at all?
Roll perception.
That's a nat fucking 20. 27.
Hey!
Nice.
There just seems to be not really anything that you notice out of place of his usual lab. There does seem to be obviously a bit of tension. Milo has not taken his eyes off of Asura the entire time that he was talking.
Do I get the sense that this person is here not of their own volition?
Roll insight.
16.
A bit. It does feel like that a bit. You're not really able to discern much past that. Obviously having Milo's eyes on him all the time is making him incredibly anxious. Also the fact that there's, the added symbology of some of his markings don't sit quite right with you.
Okay. Another thing to pocket. Yeah, Kin's probably gonna bounce, and for the purposes of us having had illness the last time and couldn't participate, I would say if Kin needs to have been gone longer, we can say that he probably went to a bathhouse or something to just chill.
It would have taken you about the day to get over here.
Okay.
So you'll be arriving kind of shortly after the rest of your party to the Bastion.
Oh, then perfect. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure on timeline and I wanted to make it efficient. So, then Kin will wait the 3 days or so to see this motherfucker, and bye, bitch.
Just dip. Everyone's back to the Bastion. Just throwing you guys around.
Back at it again
map.
at the Bastion.
Well, and one of our things is, oh goodness gracious.
Great balls of fire.
Oh my god.
We're all in my library. Welcome.
I'm gonna eat the books.
Don't
No.
you fucking dare.
Books are
Oh my
friends, not food.
Oh
No,
my
that's how you
goodness.
consume knowledge, right?
I got
honey.
hold on. I need to let them know that the freaking
I'm gonna-
Bastion one broke a little bit.
Can I roll a strength check to lift this child up and walk him away from the books?
You need higher than a 1. I am small.
I'm small.
I have a
Why is it
0
so
modifier.
dark in here?
That was a 2! For shits and giggles, that was a 2.
Fuck.
Ace, don't eat my books.
Why is the ambience like this? What the shit?
Do you mean don't eat any more books or throw up the ones
I
I
eat
already-
any of my books.
Oh.
Okay.
Get you some parchment.
Oh, did I accidentally bring him here as well? I did, didn't I? I almost called him something I shouldn't have.
Sure, I gonna get canceled.
No, I would have. I almost did something I wasn't supposed to do. Don't worry about it. How do I remove control? He's just gonna sit there.
So Kin,
Okay.
yeah, there you go.
You saw me struggle.
Because we had to figure that out. You have to walk over like to the side and through the wall.
Yeah.
Which is not how I made it. I made it so you could walk through the door, but like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Got fucked up.
Everything's
All our
a
water
little.
is missing. Our Kraken is
Yeah, well,
dry.
if you've noticed, the wood flooring is on the outside where the grass should be. So
Yeah, everything's a little screwy right now. But can you arrive shortly after the rest of your party? Maybe about an hour difference between that. Between them showing up.
So I guess Iris and Ace are still standing in the main area with their letters.
Probably.
Well, with Ace's letter, because
Yeah.
I accidentally revealed my letters too soon. Oh yeah, Kin, you missed last time. I got 2 letters from the guy who was in my head, and he gave me a very powerful magical item, and then Ace got a letter from someone claiming to be his mother.
My mom.
I think I did hear some of it because I was taking a nap, but my
Yeah.
understanding is that your relic is capable, and Kin won't know, but is capable of. It's like the thing in Galaxy Quest where you can make up a moment in time.
Kind of. I can literally change any moment in time at any period of time, like
Cool.
past or
At any
present.
point of creation.
Cool,
Yes.
cool.
Drac was freaking the fuck out.
Drac. Drac's not here.
Naram.
They're all damn
Naram was freaking the
fucking
fuck out.
names, man.
1 second.
I don't know.
Also, the other owl bear, I kept the other owl bear. His name is Dill.
Yeah.
Dill pickle.
We have
Got
Sage
both
and
the
Dill.
kids in the divorce.
Aw.
I did get both of the kids in the divorce. So Sage and Dill are our new owl bears.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
It must be like a motorcycle night because I hear motorcycles outside of my apartment right now.
Oh my god, I one night had literally over 100 motorcycles go past my house on the road behind my
Swear.
house, and I was just staring at them. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Right. Ugh.
Convention.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Welcome home,
Yeah.
Ken.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
Kin is home. You all get to settle in, discuss all the various stuff that you need to discuss now.
Get that sock off of my floor that Owen left there.
I wonder why she. I wonder why she left it there.
Concerning.
What? Who said that?
Well.
It was the stranger you brought with you into our house. I like
I don't
this.
know, that's
I
not
like
supposed
this
to be-
this one tile of water over in the corner. Who
That's-
spilled?
No, that's the pee corner.
No.
No, Ace, please.
That's why I pissed.
No.
This feels like a
No.
weird fetish thing.
Oh God.
No.
I'm leaving.
Don't make
Goodbye.
it weird. No. But yeah, you guys get to discuss all you want. I know Kin's unaware of a lot of stuff that happened at the market. You guys aren't aware of what he did. There's just a lot of stuff to share.
Oh, that was me catching him up on it. Sorry.
Oh,
Uh, that was me catching him up on it, like without having to actually go through all of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you missed quite a bit, even though you were only gone for like a day or two.
Yeah. Would I have told them? I probably told you guys I was going to the palace and whatnot. I will make mention of the like crazy amount of people that were there. Just kind of sounds like there's some sort of reevaluation going on and something we can stay far away from for now. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Do remind me to send a letter to your parents for letting us stay with them.
Right, of course. Were you able to get your situation taken care of?
Mostly. I expect a guest in a couple of days, 3 days or so. But we'll see.
All right.
We'll see how it goes.
Well, here's hoping that everything goes well.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Then you guys are able to do as you like for the rest of the day. You guys are now lords, and you've learned that means you have a duty to society as well as you get a lot more freedoms than you did originally. So you're able
I
to
think
do a lot
I'm
more
gonna
than you.
spend the day training the owlbears because they're still young and need training. We're gonna have the best fucking guard dogs in this whole goddamn city.
Well, this I gotta see.
Can I walk through the wall? Maybe? No. Okay.
Had to check.
Yeah. I might make a little place for me to walk through the wall over there, just to make it easier. But yeah, I think I'm gonna spend the day training the owlbears.
Alrighty. In regards to that, roll me animal handling.
Fucking cats. Did I forget to leave a space to? I did.
I think you did.
It did. It did. Ah! I did it. Okay. All right, animal handling. Okay, let's see. You can be nice to me. 8.
Have you seen those videos of Mudong?
Yes.
That's essentially what you're handling right now is 2 of those.
Fair.
They're
That's
a bit
fair.
nippy.
Except,
They're
very sharp
nippy.
beaks.
They're
They
very
are
nippy.
very young, so
But they're not receptive to any training. They're just running
that's
around
fine.
thinking
We'll just
you're here to
bond
play with
then.
them.
That's fine. I will bond. We will play. I will bond. I will happily bond with my children.
Alrighty. Is there anything else the rest of you would like to do?
Nuram is probably just attending the garden.
Alrighty.
I would like to join Neurom in the garden because Ace would like to learn how to make his own food.
We don't grow food here. We only grow flowers. I don't know
It's
exactly how edible they are.
It's a Zen garden.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd figure out a way.
All right, fair. Pretty sure we're growing orchids. Let me look up whether or not orchids are poisonous.
I know orchids are poisonous to animals, mayhaps.
Just don't let my one persona eat it.
You realize if a part of your body's allergic to it, the rest of your body's allergic to it, right?
No, that's a myth. Like, I can eat gluten on Saturdays. That's fine.
Well,
Calories don't count when you're on vacation.
Listen,
That's right.
Do
if
you have
can
any
only
kind of
eat-
cat spirit inside of you?
Patrick? I'm gonna assume no.
All right, then you should be fine. They're mostly only toxic to just cats.
Oh my god, this is gonna be so silly. Oh, and what are you doing for the rest of your day?
Sorry, my mom just informed me I got jury summons, so I was dealing with that.
Ooh.
Yeah. Owen would be primarily organizing the storeroom and setting up the illicit cough underground thing that she's setting up. They're setting up. So that's primarily what they would be doing for the day.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Then at the end of your first day, you guys all get to head to your new beds. Brand new.
Yay.
Really nice beds.
I like that I can just like phase through the wall with the grid.
The gritty.
Hit the gritty.
Hit that gritty. I love the
I've never
second
hated
floor.
you more.
It's so pretty.
Fuck do you go through it? Damn it.
What? What's wrong?
The portal.
The portal.
There you
Press-
go.
press
There
T.
you go.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Okay.
I love all your guys' different like motifs and everything. They're so
You're
cute.
welcome.
Ah.
You're welcome.
We obviously know which one is Ace's.
I don't know how you know, but this is my room, man.
Oh shit! I don't know where my dice are, actually. Hold on. Okay, you have nothing to worry about.
That seems like I should work.
Nope, don't worry.
I wouldn't have if you said nothing.
I don't know where my dice are. Like, legitimately, I don't know where my dice bag is. Oops. Oh well.
I still
Give
can't
me
find the
answers.
fucking dice I got when I stayed with you guys. I have no idea where the fuck they
Oh
went.
no.
Oh no. I have the only other person who plays D&D at my work doesn't own any dice because they only play online. And I was like, how?
I was gonna say, okay.
So I'm buying him
No.
some for Christmas.
No. Don't start that for this poor person. If they've escaped it, let them escape the dice gremlinry. They don't need the shiny math rocks. They're fine.
Yes, they do.
I forbid it.
I actually need to find my dice because I can't roll dice on D&D Beyond without you guys seeing it.
Ominous.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
are my dice?
Monotonous.
Do, 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 do.
Monotonous.
Goodness.
It's really lonely in this big room all by myself.
Didn't you put like a bunch of chains and shit on the wall?
No.
You don't know that.
Oh.
The fuck you mean, nuh-uh?
Fuck you mean no? That's one of my favorite sounds.
Is the fucking Darth Vader shit?
I've seen it as
Dice is
Ace
pretty
Attorney.
fired.
Objection. Nuh-uh.
Oh, yeah, that one too. That one's fantastic as well.
I'm fine. I didn't die.
Good.
Good.
That's a lie.
Jeez.
That's a lie. I almost died going down the stairs.
Jeez.
Sunday has a concussion based on that same thing.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what Blinds was saying.
I feel bad.
How many of there are you?
How many of there are you? I don't know.
1,
Hardly you.
2, 3,
Ah.
4.
Little breathless right now. I don't do running.
Well, we're all here, so there's 5 of us.
Yeah. You guys know what I missed?
Falling
I
down
missed
the
a lot.
stairs.
No, I missed dream sequences.
Fuck off.
Kai, what do you normally dream about?
Me, like the person, or Owen?
Owen.
The ocean.
I want to be
Being,
where the
like,
people are.
Home and welcomed home.
Aw.
Explain.
Because Owen has never had a home or a place to actually call their own, they would frequently dream about, like, having a family, having acceptance, sorry, being able to be home and like in their their literal element, the water, not having to be on land to survive, not like having to do the things they do. They would be dreaming about having family, having home, having a place to just be, because their entire life they've been on guard.
So Owen is Melody, not Ariel.
Yes.
Cool.
Ouch, that hurt just a little bit.
You asked.
You asked. I did ask. So your dreams are typically a bit tender and warm as opposed to your daily life.
Yes.
Tonight is a bit different, unfortunately.
Delicious.
It's-
Okay.
It starts out kind of the same.
What
You're
shock?
not within the water, you're walking very lonely beach. You've kind of had this dream once or twice before where it's like something of a family gathering on the beaches that used to belong to your race. The water of the beach is not what you're used to. It is bright red.
I knew you were gonna whip out blood. I swear to God. Okay.
Tucks my hair. I don't know what you're talking about. There is also a bright red beaming moon up in the sky, casting its light into the water. It does smell like the acrid scent of blood. But you can't tell if that's what's dyeing the water or if it's the light of the moon. You've had a lot of experience with the color red being seen. It's the color most attributed to the beings who you hunt. It is the color attributed to rage and wrath and hatred and battle in general. It is something you're very used to. So it comes to no surprise that when you do find the source of where this scent is coming from, it is an absolute bloodbath of beings just laying on the beach. Beings who look very similar to yourself. You cannot tell if this is current times as you know it, or if this represents a past that you're unaware of. You've had to become very familiar with having premonitions nowadays. You guys seem to have been getting them a lot. But before you stands a man. And no, this is not another Nassim situation. He is bathed in red, but it does not look like it is blood covering him. He has deep red hair that cascades down him almost like a veil, and black robes that shroud his entire body, and deep golden eyes with black scleras. After a moment, he does in fact look over to you, but you don't know if he's looking at you or if you are representing someone else. One second. I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn, I was on a roll. I gotta find the notes. There it is. Is there anything you do specifically at this moment in your dream?
There would be just a look of abject horror on Owen's face. as they look around, and I... Does it look like the man is looking at Owen or through Owen?
It seems his intent is to look at you as you are right now. He's not looking past you at anyone behind you. His gaze sets on your own, and this wicked grin kind of like splits his face, and he lifts his hands, which are still drenched in red from the absolute massacre around the two of you, and pauses for a moment as he like thinks partially about, I guess, what he wants to say. And he kind of just, a small little, like, laugh leaves him. Like, as I said before, you're utterly powerless to stop me and my goals. A whole lot of you are.
He verbally said that?
Yes.
Owen rips their eyes from the scene around them back to this person and just... What?
No. He, like, kind of, like, rubs his chin, which unfortunately does get a bit of red on him. And he's very pale. He's, like, kind of, like, ghostly pale, so it's a very sharp contrast when he does so. And another little laugh leaves him, and he's like, you wanted to stop this, and I told you you couldn't. And look, you said you would, and you didn't. And now, the people who you promised you would protect, the people who trusted you, stand at my feet. And you can see the people around you do happen to be like those from the sea, like sea elves like you and Tritons. And you see it looks as if actual merfolk had been dragged out onto the beach as well.
Who are you?
And he like steps forward until he's right in front of you, almost toe to toe, and his presence is hulking over you. You literally only come to maybe his collarbone height wise. And you see a pair of ears stand up on his head, still the same red color swirled with black in it. And he brandishes one of his claws, simply tapping it under your chin and going, I don't think my name's important to you anymore. See, you, your friends, all of your little group who sat all high and mighty on your thrones, overseeing the world as the gods dictated. You fucked up real bad. And I just kind of want to wallow in the feeling of uselessness you must have
Owen's gonna attack.
When you do, his form kind of dissipates into like curling black smoke, and he reappears behind you, kind of like hunching over your form, wrapping one arm around your shoulders and grabbing your cheeks with the other, and just like, "You're at the end of your line, little fish." And he squeezes, not really painfully, but what does become painful. And it doesn't feel like true pain. It feels like a residual burning ache that you feel deeper than your bones, as it feels as if a hand kind of plunges into your chest, grabbing at some sort of metaphysical heart. And he tears his hand back and steps back to let you stand on your own. And looks at this kind of almost glowing orb in his hand. If one believed in the physical essence of the soul, that's what they would imagine, that he had just torn out your own soul. And he curls his hands around them, his claw-like nails digging in a bit until it seems to strain and almost give off a cry similar to that of an angelic choir. Now, there's only one of you left to deal with. Unfortunately, he hides very well, but this brings me one step closer. I will, unfortunately, be able to surpass what you guys said I could never do. And he leans in close. I forgot what this said. I have to look something up.
Is that what he says?
No. And he just leans in and goes, "Goodbye, Infina." And he like crushes what he had in his hand until it falls out of his hands as like sparkling dust. And it's at that point you jolt awake from your dream.
You said Infina?
Infina.
Infina?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
The kind of noises I make when I wake up from a nightmare too.
Those are the noises when I stand up for anything.
Yeah, fucking weird. No, Owen would jolt awake, like clutching at their chest, just breathing in deep. Since we don't have it in OMM, but like their bed is underwater, like they would just, there's not necessarily like gasping for air, but they're clutching at their chest, just like wide-eyed.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular you do upon waking up? Either to soothe yourself, to settle, or anything in regards to your dream?
I mean, they would check to make sure that their daggers are still nearby, TBH, but like their gut instinct would be to go to the ocean, and they're kind of landlocked here, so no, they would just check daggers.
Yeah, your daggers are still where you left them. bit. The water disturbance has kind of pushed them a bit away out of hand's reach. But they're still quite close. Ugh, a chest. Yeah. I guess the question is, do you still end up going back to sleep after that?
They probably, like, go to the storeroom and continue just doing various things there, because there ain't no fucking way they're going back to sleep.
Okay. It is about, you have slept about 4-ish hours, so you did still get enough for your long rest and everything. Not that I guess you guys needed it. But you still did, sleep normal elven amount.
Aye.
Yeah. Once morning arrives, all of you get to do your morning stuff now. It's your first day in your new bastion to kind of do your various duties. Obviously, Kai is the first one downstairs.
I would I'd wake up and go downstairs and check to make sure breakfast is being prepared by the cook that we hired.
Yep, it is.
Just greet them, make sure. I keep forgetting they're still in here.
What?
The Asra, whatever.
Asuna.
They're just here. Make sure it's like, hello, Narab.
Next thing
sure
you know, Narab's gonna walk on the walls.
Yeah, it's being prepared and everything.
I just tumble down the stairs sideways.
Chat with the chef.
Yeah, she seems to be cooking some form of like hearty stew for the morning meal.
I just go out, make sure the owlbears have been fed, and kind of like, the motherly make sure everybody's awake, like double check to make sure everybody gets downstairs.
Yeah. Obviously Naram has already made it downstairs. Owen is not in her room, obviously. If you go and check the storeroom, you find her there. Seems the only one who... Ace, do you have any issue getting up in the morning?
As always.
As always, yeah. He's gotta be woken up.
Look,
as always.
I literally just have to stand at the bottom of the stairs and be like, breakfast is ready.
Just that loud whistle. Breakfast! But yeah.
Can I roll like some sort of like insight on everybody just to make sure, like, after the weirdness that we had yesterday the other day at the market, and then Kin with his whole thing, can I just like roll an insight to make sure everybody's doing okay? Double check on everybody. Cool.
Yeah,
do you want me to roll one for everybody? Or just one in general?
Just roll one in general. And depending on if they're trying to hide how
11.
they're feeling. Like if they're trying to hide how they're feeling in the morning,
Definitely
they would roll a
13.
counteractive deception. So if anyone's trying to hide what they're feeling, roll a deception to counteract the insight.
I got pretty mid, so
that's
11.
20.
Was that natural?
No, that was not a natural. It was a 15, but
Okay.
it's a 20. It's a dirty 20.
Damn, can't tell what Owen's feeling.
Nope. Can I ever? No.
And you can kind of describe the emotions you do give off.
Owen is just calm and quiet. Like, they are just doing their morning routine, getting things ready. They may give off the slight vibe that they have something they want to do that day, but that's it. Like, there is none of the anxiety, anger, fear, confusion. None of that is at the surface.
In about 30 minutes, the chef kind of brings all the food into the main dining hall. And you guys hear a call out. It goes, "Breakfast is ready!" Trying to get everyone's attention into the breakfast hall so they can sit down and eat.
Runs into wall.
I know. Ha 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 ha.
Consumes wall.
Yeah.
Is Owen coming to breakfast?
Owen would come. I mean, if it's a meat-based stew, they will be making their own food. But yes, Owen will be there.
It's a
I
more.
think
What did I say? A meat-based stew?
You
I
said
think
a
I just
hearty
heavy
you just said
stew.
hearty
Yeah.
stew. I think the chef at least would know everybody's preferences.
Yeah.
And, like,
By hearty, I kind
something
of just
separate
mean it's
if-
like. By hearty, I kind of mean it's like a thick type of broth.
so it's more
and-
like gumbo than a soup.
Yeah. It
Ooh.
doesn't seem to have any meat in it.
Then yes, Owen would be there.
It's
by
a-
then.
Iris would have been very clear about, like, this is what people don't eat.
Yeah, it's a plant-based. It seems to be like the main soup base is like tomato. And it has like potatoes and carrots. It's like a gumbo essentially. Nice and rich,
Yum, yum, yum.
well seasoned with some slap your mama.
Okay.
Talk about my mom. I don't even know if she's real.
Oh,
Oh, honey.
slap Iris.
No, the letter.
No, I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
But you guys get to discuss what you want over breakfast, your first day, what you want to do. If you guys need to go somewhere separate at all.
Iris really doesn't have anything to do.
Nor Kin. Kin is available.
Yeah, she's kind of enjoying, like, things being chill more than anything.
Yeah. Oh, and do you have any suggestions for the day?
Owen would be actually interested in, is there a, like, library or records, something, anywhere within a relatively close, like, vicinity?
I mean, you guys are kind of right outside Odessa. Which does have quite a few various temples that have massive libraries. 1 second. It does have a temple of Yuloi, who is the goddess of knowledge, so there is a lot in there. As that one's essentially a temple that hides the fact it's a library.
That is likely where Owen would be looking to head for the day.
Alright. I do not have a library map. I didn't think I was gonna need a library map at any point. Let's see if I can find one to quickly just
I would like to give
throw.
you a hint. One of Kai's former DMs to another. Kai loves going to the library regularly.
Teehee.
Fair enough.
Research.
I think there's a bookstore. I have a bookstore map, I'm pretty sure.
That'll probably work for aesthetic.
I'm pretty sure I have a bookstore just already made, but I'm looking real quick.
And Owen, if you mention that over breakfast, Kin would also be very interested in going.
Heck yeah.
You know, in oh my god, in the spirit of not running off and doing things alone, Owen would like, once breakfast is finishing up and everybody is like getting ready to like get up and go about their day, Owen would just very softly, like, I'm trying, like, not making a big deal out of it or anything, just be like, I have an errand. I would like to run today. I will be going into town to a temple or a library if anybody would like to go.
Yeah, I'll tag along.
I would like to get out of this mansion. It's a little too uptight
Mansion-y.
for me personally.
You know we can change that, right? Like, if this can be whatever we want.
I get a feeling other people appreciate it more than I do.
I don't remember if Ace canonically knows how to read.
No, I mean,
Um,
like, this
I
is
know
our
what we're
home. We
doing
can
today.
make it whatever we want.
The whole atmosphere of the building itself is not quite to my standard. But
Oh.
I understand other people have other standards, and I am being polite.
You would like to. Oh god, this is gonna turn into.
Right, okay.
Uh,
Well, I guess it's a family trip to the library.
yeah, I believe if I
Let's
remember
go.
correctly, Ace, you're like 14, right?
I think so.
If I remember, that's how old you are.
Yes.
Um,
I believe my initial assessment was very high in age, but then I realized I am actually just a child.
He's just old, yeah.
Ace is just me, but mental age.
I mean, you did spend a lot of time in the Temple of Sarita.
Mhm.
So you probably would have learned like basic stuff there.
Okay, so I know my
As-
alphabet.
You know your alphabet, and you can read like children's books, but you can't read like history books.
So I don't know the
And
word bequeath.
you do not know the word bequeath.
Okay.
You know, like basic kid vocabulary.
Okay.
Like if someone asked you to spell cinnamon roll, you would not be able to spell it correctly.
I probably can't even fucking say it correctly, to be honest.
I mean, you
Cinnamon
had a cinnamon.
roll.
Well, I have to find.
No, I
the
mean
correct
as an
map.
adult, I don't think I could say that correctly. Not as Ace.
Cinnamon roll.
Salmonin.
Anemone.
Anemone. Fucking me trying to pronounce your name every time.
Alright, I found our town map at the least. So we can head to town and then I can
What
get
the
the
fuck
line.
is that?
Waterlogged ass and okay, never mind.
Oh, good. Oh, I was like,
You-
what was happening? I was
Squiggles?
so scared.
Octopus for a fucking
Oh,
walk.
there we go. Okay.
Well, I had like
was
drawings and
so-
squiggles on the screen.
Yeah, you saw the like yellow drawing
Yeah.
squiggles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's
I
what
got
my reaction was for.
So scared. Hold on, I do have
Oh, big boy. What am I stuck on? Big boy. Go down. I want to go down.
I like
Thank
that
you.
the dev wisp
Big
comes with us
boy.
everywhere.
Our
Our emotional
I do
support
travel
wisp.
all online.
No, I won't pet the dog.
My bad. I accidentally travel all online players, but library. You guys have a library.
Livery.
Yeah, you guys go to the library. What are you looking for specifically, Owen?
Owen is looking for any mention of the name Infina. Literally any mention. Trying to figure out who the fuck that is.
I realize there's not a single NPC in here.
It's a
all
magic
taken?
library.
Damn. All the NPCs are in relationships, none are single.
Hold on, let me populate this
looking?
area.
You mean I can't flirt with everything with a pulse?
I mean, you can.
Yeah,
You
but
just might
you
get
won't be very
slapped for it.
successful.
You might
might get
also get
stabbed.
stabbed for it.
Ah. Is this a forbidden section over here?
Oh,
We
wait.
do-
There's a guard and everything.
Uh-oh.
He's here on
he's-
his break.
he's-
Leave him alone.
Yeah, he's just looking at the Mona Lisa.
You shouldn't be trusted around sharp objects.
That child shouldn't be trusted, though.
Big shiny book back there.
Just randomly placing people real quick. This is
Oh,
how
Ace.
most.
Ace, come with me. Where are you?
Well, okay.
Yeah, come here.
I
Into
guess
here. So this
trying
is
to
called
find-
a toilet. See how they don't have a piss corner? Whoa!
My toilet
They never
upstairs doesn't
use a
do
piss
that.
corner. Use the piss corner.
My toilet doesn't do that.
See, that's how the piss corner was invented. Someone just appeared out of nowhere and I pissed.
Ugh,
Another child.
there's a lot of children.
Mhm.
Okay, that's enough NPCs.
Alrighty. Trying to find the entire, like throughout the entire, library, the name Infina would be difficult. Is there a specific, genre of book you want to look for? Specific themes in the book?
They would likely be some like various keywords essentially. Like if I were Googling this, it would be CL, like the races, CLs, Tritons, Merfolk, the ocean, Infina, the name, because clearly that seems to be somebody that was important to either Owen's people or those kin that are close to her. And then like vague description of the creature that creepily touched her without consent.
I promise that's not supposed to be a theme. I promise.
Uh-huh. A lot of people grabbing faces and necks. Could I?
There's a joke I can work in here, but I don't know if it's a good time.
No.
Do you ask for help for this, or do you look for them all on your own?
This would be an instance where Owen is not above asking for help to be directed to the right place.
Then on second to roll for this NPC. Okay. You get guided. Here, I'll just take this little lady. Let me just take this little lady. Come on. Come on. Man, I'd like to. Thank you. Let's just take the friggin' librarian lady. I'm waiting for you, Kai.
Hang on, I'm coming. Okay, yeah, let's go.
She leads you to like a section that's clearly like a history section and stuff.
How-
You're not cool enough. to go
Yeah,
up there.
apparently I'm not allowed access. I can't go to the forbidden section.
You're not cool enough to go back there.
She then right here's fine. She grabs based off what you tell her, she
now I wanna see.
grabs a few books.
Nope.
Some seem to be like obviously they're all mostly like history books. One's like the history of sea elves, and the folk of the sea. Another one is it's called Creatures of the Night. And the other one is I had a name that I was gonna put here. My tummy itches.
It's a weird name.
I got
Could I? Do you mind if I pop out real quick? I'll be like right back, like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. And the last one is some book about the races in general. and she like hands them to you, and she's like, from what you described, the creature could be something akin to some kind of she like thinks to like some kind of either like why am I going like a mean girl accent with this bitch? It could be some sort of like malevolent spirit or almost sounds kind of like a witch, in all honesty, at like taking people's souls and stuff. Actually, that does also kind of sound like a fucked spirit of sorts, so look into that as well. And then I don't remember the name Infina specifically. However, if she's important to sea elves, here. And she like hands you the books.
Oh, it's gonna kind of stare at this valley girl like she has 3 eyes, but say thank you, and then take the books and go to a table to start reading.
I didn't know I could do a valley girl accent. I'm not gonna lie to you. That surprised me. Can I remove control, please? Or do you need help?
I do need help. I'm gonna go a route that a previous teacher taught me. I'm looking for works of fiction that mention maybe titular characters that focus on and his voice gets kind of low. I'd like something maybe about the Githyanki, and then anything that mentions a protagonist that has shape-shifting abilities, or merfolk. Really, any fiction about races that are not human.
Okay, we have a lot of that. You could just look in the fiction section, in all honesty. She like grabs 2 books, she's like, Merfolk. And she grabs like 4 books. Shapeshifters. There's one in there that's not something you want to read in public, by the way.
Good to know.
She like steps here, she's like, what was the other one?
Githyanki.
You mean like that green dude who came with you?
Yeah. Just keep your voice down. I'm just, you know.
This is me with my voice down.
Okay. Well, yeah. I believe
Like,
you.
Listen, oddly enough, we have a lot. Do you want, like, nice stuff, or not
Really,
nice
whatever
stuff?
whatever you recommend, because my angle here is that sometimes fiction has a bit of reality in it, and
Listen,
I'm just,
man.
you know,
Listen, I'm not gonna yuck someone's yum.
what?
she
What?
grabs a few.
I can't understand your Mila Jovovich accent here. What?
She said, "I'm not gonna yuck someone's yum,"
Oh,
and like
yeah, no,
hands you a
okay.
few books.
Fucking Gen Zs.
Skibbity Riz, man.
Fuck. Alright, so I got one. I have fictionals about merfolk, Githyanki, and shapeshifters.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope. And I'm gonna subtly make a gesture to detect magic if I can. See if there's anything in here that's also magical.
There's a lot of magic in here. It's a library. There's a few magical tomes in places. A few people are just kind of magical. They have magical artifacts on them. Some have like, you know, technically magic armor on, or sometimes their robes have a faint glow.
Oh shit! I
I'm
forgot
a
those
brat.
things. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Blasting the whole chat right now.
Ooh.
Were we at a really serious
Oh wait,
topic and I just
wait.
popped in?
If
Little
you're
bit,
looking
little bit.
if you're looking for
Slightly.
like people like Nuram, you're looking for Gitsarai, by the way.
Well,
That's
no,
okay.
he asked what he asked, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
okay.
true. Gith Yankee. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Kin would have basic knowledge. I would imagine that they're related in some way. And it's fictional works that he's looking at. He's not
Yeah.
getting super deep into research, but I'm
Yeah.
pulling a Liam O'Brien method where it's sometimes little inklings come apart.
Yeah. Kai, roll me.
Kin's gonna sit with a stranger.
Hold on. I have to look at stuff again. I have to look at like. Roll me investigation to kind of like start getting into these books and trying to find knowledge.
Thank you for saying investigation. I was real scared you were going to say history. That didn't help any. I got an 8.
No, because you have the books. You have them because you have the books. I'll let you also have advantage on them because this is, you have the books. You're basically sitting there and reading them.
That did a whole lot of good. I have an 11.
Oh, the DC wasn't too high. Which book are you going through first? You have 3 to choose from. The one's basically about species and their progenitors. One's on sea elves and one's on like mystical beasts.
We'll start with sea elves.
Okay. And you're kind of looking for like history, the mention of this person's name.
Yeah.
You do find kind of right off the bat the name Infina. It is the name of a young woman. There's kind of like a rough picture of her, which now roll me history.
Fuck my life. Okay, well that's a 16, so.
You do actually kind of recognize this picture. It's a young sea elfin woman with, kind of like these gold pieces in her hair that almost look, that like trail in her hair. Well, it's not colored actually. It's like drawn, but it looks similar to another picture you've seen elsewhere. And it like begins telling a bit of a story about like the creation of the sea folk under specifically the god Lidris, who is the god of technically his title is the god of where is he? He's the god of the tempest, nature, oceans, and snowstorms. And it depicts her as the progenitor of that, stating that she is something of kind of like a blueprint for the rest of the races in the water.
The goddess or Infina?
Infina.
Okay.
It said she was created by Lidris.
Is there any other history about her? Like, that's good knowledge, but given the fact that Owen just essentially dreamt that she was this person, and that literally every one of the oceanic races was killed in front of her fucking face, is there any mention of that anywhere?
It does mention that she was unfortunately killed in something of like a great battle that happened with the land folk. It doesn't mention specifically who ended her or when in the battle she died. It basically mentions that there was a long time of where the sea folk lived along like on the coast instead of like fully in the water, and they were being pushed into the water by the land folk. and it kind of like broke out in a war where she and the vast majority of the people who, you know, are descend from her were killed, leaving like very small tribes living deep in the water.
And is there any mention of like approximate location where this took place?
I have to look at the map. I don't remember where the map is. There it is. It mentions it was somewhere along the coast of the Elide Forest.
Okay. Elwyn would use that as a jumping off point to start scouring through the other books.
Alright, roll me investigation a second time with, advantage.
Dirty 20. Dirty 25.
Nice. Which of the books do you go through now?
You said the other one was like, because there was the sea elves, there was the like the oceanic races, and then fuck, I should have written it down. The other one was just like supernatural.
So you had three. You have three. One is on like supernatural creatures. One is on progenitor species as a whole, and one is on the like sea elves and sea species as a whole.
We'll do, because we just did the sea elves one. We'll do the progenitors. Which, fun fact, is one of my favorite words. I taught Snow that word. And then after that, we'll go into the supernatural one.
Yeah. It essentially it seems kind of like a it seems kind of like almost a researcher's notebook full of so many notes on various creatures. It starts with like an intro of, yeah, what are the progenitor species? And it's like, oh yeah, these are the creatures that are made by the gods before the very first race on land. And they were made to essentially as like a cornerstone of creation. And there was a time where they were the only beings on land, and then most of them were wiped out because of certain things. And then it goes into like each of the gods and their progenitor. I'm assuming you jump to Litris because that's where she was mentioned.
Yes.
It mentions the that Litris, his progenitor species were called the Gales of Litris, which are elemental life forms that embody the true wrath of nature.
Okay, time out, pause. Spell Lidris, and then spell whatever that other word was.
Here. Gales. There you go. It's in D&D General.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. And they embody like the true wrath of nature. Sometimes not taking physical form, sometimes all taking brain work. They sometimes take physical form, they sometimes don't, but most parts of nature, like terrible tornadoes, tsunamis, those things are all born as gales.
Okay. And then taking that and combining all of that, as well as looking for some soul-snatching bitch, apparently, Owen would move into the supernatural book.
Okay. We'll still go off of the previous investigations you had as well. There's quite a few different species that kind of take souls from others, or in this book it just calls them the heart or their beings. It doesn't really mention souls a lot. There's only like 3 species specifically that it mentions soul of, and that's, like she said, a lich, which stores its soul outside of its body. A creature called Seekers, which find a way to essentially lock someone's soul they're essentially think Nothics, if you know what a Nothic is.
Pretend I don't.
Oh, I forgot what a Nothic, how to explain a Nothic. They're these little like eye monsters that I call them eye monsters. I love Nothics. They essentially steal a person's soul and trap them in the eternal pursuit of their soul, like their own soul. Like that's not what the Nothic does. That's what this Seeker does. And then the last one does happen to be some form of fox spirit. Am I allowed to say kitsune? Because I'm very tempted to just be like, yeah, this.
What does this last spirit do with souls?
Eats them. Eats them.
Okay. And are there any pictures in these books that may look like the thing that she saw?
The Seekers, no, do not. Not at all. They look like scraggly and hunched over little bitches. Liches, not really. This person did seem to be very much whole, whereas, anyone who's happened to somehow survive a lich and drawn them, it's typically shown as, like, very skeletal-like. The fox spirit just looks like a beautiful young man with, like, really tall ears and depicted with a bunch of tails.
You did say that this person in her dream had claws, like, on their hands and ears upright on the top of their head, right? So that would like, not exact, but that would be the closest?
Yes.
Okay.
Damn, I'm gonna get tired of saying a fox spirit. It's just a fucking kitsune.
Owen would then begin trying to cross-reference Ileana and any sort of, like, animalistic spirit, fox spirit or otherwise.
It's Infina, not Ileana.
That's what I meant. Why did I say Ileana? Where the fuck did I pull that from? Infina.
Yeah, it's because you put it in your
Yeah.
notes as Ileana.
I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. Ignore me. I even have it written right above.
Yeah. You said trying to cross-reference the fox spirit in Infina?
Yeah.
Within the books that you have at your disposal, you can't really find any connection other than maybe the fact that kitsunes go for really powerful souls, and the progenitor species are said to have the strongest ones, as they are essentially immortal unless their own god takes them out. Or something manages to take said soul.
Okay. Alright. Owen will be sitting there trying to make connections between all of this.
Alright, I will switch to Kin. You wanted to go and search stuff. What are you looking for in your stories?
I think I probably started with the with the Githyanki, actually, and wanted to, like, Kin's really trying to get an better understanding on a different level of each of his companions, as well as understanding what the gods could possibly want with their little group, given that we've had so much interaction. With all the different, like, specifically focused on the whole, here are these 6 races that we were talking about and why they're important to the lore, I guess. He might be off on a weird tangent, but he's just kind of, curious.
With roll me investigation.
And I guess really, that's a nat 1.
Oh
Which I guess makes
no!
sense, 'cause, like,
Unlearn all
he's
You
different-
you open a Gith Yankee book to a random page and it's just full blown NSFW.
Oof.
great. So there's no, because really what he's hoping to like see with this Githyanki thing, see what the see if there's any mention
Well,
of the
you're learning a
Githzerai.
lot. You're learning a
They're
lot
mating.
more about Neurom's supposed anatomy than you probably wanted.
Fantastic. Great. Well, I guess that's really all I'm doing right now.
So you did learn something. Is the takeaway from this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you learned he doesn't have a belly button.
My eyes are fucking burning. Probably after like reading more than he actually probably wanted to, he's gonna slam that book closed. Not even try to move on to the next one.
You're free to try again on a different book.
Yeah, let's move on to the merfolk.
So you learned that they procreate with eggs.
Great.
They're
what's
like
the
frogs.
What did I use?
Poor
Investigation.
soul. I can't wait to tell Druid about that.
Wow, for having decent investigation, that was a 7.
That's better. You didn't open up to NSFW. That's for one.
At least
The library is for porn.
I think Ace should be leaving soon.
You in this one, it's I think like it's something like the story of the Little Mermaid, of just someone who's trying to escape the waters, finding the terror of the sea too torrential for them.
Oh.
It's not even like they have someone on land that they want to see. It's a very harsh life underwater.
Okay, well that's something.
Yeah.
Is Kin gathering that it's mostly just the environment, or is it the way of life as well?
In the story it describes like their society is very close knit, and it's not really, they don't really have like the trade and currency of like normal society. It's kind of just like it takes a society to live as a society.
Okay, so it's
So it's more
a
of just like
village.
how harsh it's kind of like how harsh it is to live there.
Cool. Okay. Also kind of curious to, after reading maybe a bit of that, can grab one of the, because if the detect magic spell, can we say that he grabbed one of the books or tomes that might have been lit up?
Yeah.
And I would like to put it in front of Ace and say, "You may eat this."
The first thing Ace will do when he sees that book is open it up halfway and put it on his head.
It's eating Ace.
Yep.
And then he does as asked and completely engulfs it in one swallow.
Roll me Constitution.
Okay.
With disadvantage.
Sure.
Iris looks horrified.
Kin's running an experiment.
Iris looks absolutely horrified. Also,
Okay,
I did not see your message until just now that you typed in a thing.
Well,
First
let
one
me
is
finish.
18,
Okay.
and the second one is 14.
Oh my god! So you guys just watch. This dude's mouth hinges. Like a fucking snake. And just good soup. He just good soups that shit.
And I stare
You've
back.
eaten a book. You have eaten a book.
He stares
Iris-
back at Kin with like looking for approval.
Iris's jaw has dropped open and she is just glaring at Kin.
What?
Are you fucking kidding me?
I hate this fucking party.
I was curious. Ace, do you feel any different? How's your tum-tum?
I'm gonna ask Kurai, how does my tum tum feel?
It feels a little fuzzy.
Okay. Not like bad.
Okay. I was just curious.
Was that good?
Ace. No, darling. I need you to go into the bathroom and regurgitate that, please.
I think it's gone.
Oh, God. Okay, please don't eat any more books. That's really not good for you. Kin, fucking stop it.
It was one book. That was a little bit magical.
I'm sorry, it was magical?
Yeah, but
Do
he's
you know
fine.
what it did?
No!
Then why did you make him eat it?
I didn't make him. I said eat this, and he.
No, I
obliged.
do not want to hear it. You know exactly how he is whenever someone tells him to eat something. That is no excuse at all. That is you do not get to use that reasoning. Absolutely not.
All right. Iris is right. Looking directly at Ace. Don't eat probably any more books. I just.
Do not eat anything that's not food.
The fucking probably don't eat any more books.
Do not eat anything.
There's a chance
that is
in the
not food.
future that maybe a book
No.
needs to be eaten.
No. Then you can eat it.
I will do my best. I might need some salt or something.
This party is a fucking nightmare.
You better fucking pay for that at the front.
I don't even know which book it was, so good luck knowing how much it cost.
Cannot fucking believe you did that.
Oh my god.
That's beautiful.
Can't believe he fucking did that too.
I can't believe you've done this.
Now I've made both me and the Alba angry at you on my stream. We were both glaring at you.
Oh my god. You guys are menaces. Nah. Is there anything else you guys want to do in the library currently?
No.
Can I know your thought process behind the experiment? Did you just want to see if he could do it, or was it more like an actual test of some sort?
A little bit curious to see if he A would eat the book, and B if it would taste any particular way, or if it would be really the other part of this experiment should be getting a normal book, seeing if it does anything different.
No!
But no, just to see if that had any effect on Ace, or if just completely ignores any property of it.
Other than a fuzzy tummy, doesn't seem so.
A little surprised Iris didn't throw a book at Kin, but we've done enough damage.
Yeah, she's not going to damage the library books. Absolutely not.
Yeah, with your thick head, you'd break the book. Alrighty. Then, Owen, are you done with your research?
Given that's all they can find, yeah.
Alrighty then. Then I'm assuming after a day at the library, everyone returns home.
As they're walking out, she smacks the back of Kin's head.
Beauty.
No attempt to dodge.
Sorry, I had to step out for a moment. What did Kin end up finding out about with
In
Yankee?
Ace eat a book. That is all you need to know.
I was there
No,
for that. I
no,
just didn't
no.
say
He
anything.
rolled a natural
No,
one.
no. No, he opened the book to the NSFW one, found out you
God.
don't have a freaking belly button.
Oh yeah, that one.
He also found out Gith Yankee lay eggs.
Yes.
And that's kind of all he found about you. He found out you're a tadpole.
Tangentially about your people. Kin's making a lot of assumptions that you have similar anatomy.
And then he made Ace eat a book.
I was there for that last part.
Good God.
Oh my god. You guys are a nightmare sometimes.
You are not allowed in my library anymore.
Alright. Is there anything Neuron wants to find before?
No,
You
he
guys
just enjoys spending a day out with his friends. Might see someone reading a book on Gith having no belly buttons and just kind of walk away, not ready to have that conversation. Sans that,
He
I think
opened
we're
it.
gonna go.
He opened the book to just full on, like, not safe for work.
All right.
He opened it to porn.
Are we allowed to take these books with us? Like, is there a
I don't know if we have
scout
our
program?
library cards up to date.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't know if you're allowed to.
You can definitely check them out. You do have to leave like the address of the bastion and that stuff if you wanna.
Look, you shit
check
out a
it out.
book. Look at you.
Dude, this is Snow's way of teaching me numbers.
Oh my god.
The hope
Oh
was
my God.
to maybe you'd absorb the words and magically know a
Oh
larger
my God.
vocabulary.
Really, from that book of all things?
Yeah. Maybe a 24-hour learning thing, and then it's gone after I use the restroom.
Oh my
When he's
God.
up in the middle of the night with diarrhea, you're in charge of him.
That's fine.
Honestly, since how the human body, I'm assuming Ace has a human enough digestive tract at this point that like probably all the cellulose is gonna give him like horrible constipation in the middle of the night.
Well, me and Kirai like vaguely discussed this that he's not eating for him most of the time.
Right.
Yeah.
He's eating
The
for
others,
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, who said he's actually human?
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
assume that the digestive tract is human enough that it probably doesn't process cellulose.
You don't know. Maybe he's just, an
He's
actual
got
dog.
he's got four stomachs like a cow. It could honestly be
I think he's just got a black hole for his stomach.
like
Yeah,
Kirby.
We'll see.
Yeah, like Kirby.
We'll see.
That's my
Uh,
assumption.
He eats like a fish man and suddenly gains gills for the next like little bit.
No.
Do you guys hang around in one second, my brain stopped working suddenly. It does that sometimes. Do you guys hang around in town at all, or do you guys head home?
Probably heading home to make sure Ace is not gonna have some sort of issue.
Mama won't let me eat any more bugs.
No! Iris is just like annoyed the rest of the day. I'm annoyed. Like,
It's great.
Yep.
I like that Karai and I were both like, what the fuck?
I was like so freaking confused. What the
Oh
hell
my
was going
God.
on?
This is what they mean when they say just boys being boys, right?
Yeah.
Oh god.
just
No,
boys
that's
being
correct.
boys.
That is it. Yeah.
Just eat a whole
Ugh.
goddamn book and
Just
watch
blonde
Ice
boys do
Shatter.
what blonde boys do.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Alright. By the time you guys get home, it seems, after spending a day at the library, with hours of research, you guys, get home right about the time they're starting on dinner.
Oh, and your assistant has wandered into the library.
What the fuck? Who snapped the grid?
Ugh, God. I think this might be a good time for a break.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go on break real quick.
Okay. Be right
This
back,
might be our
everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Younger.
Hee
Oh lord. Switch back.
Alrighty.
We returned.
I was
You guys
gonna try to
return
do the
home.
R2D2 voice, but it's too fucking loud.
And Nuram is on the floor again.
Yep. I keep
ROFL.
tumbling down all these stairs, man. I told you, bro.
Alrighty.
I warned you.
Man, do you have a Tumblr account?
I
Someone
don't.
waxes them every day.
I'm going to do you guys until the one person shows up for kin plan on just doing kind of like basic stuff for the next 3 days?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Is that kind of the plan?
Most likely, I don't
Yep.
think Ace would get into anything.
Alrighty then.
Kid,
Then
what did I just say about taking shit from my library? You're not allowed to do it anymore.
Walter was not in there looking
Oh.
for snacks.
No, you can't.
I'm gonna go all the way over here. Then eventually you guys do eventually actually get like just a quick knock on the door. Your first visitor.
We'll
Yep.
answer. I can't actually go through the door because something happened, but
Because reasons.
I opened the door.
You see the little fella.
I really don't know why it's like that. It's very
I don't
annoying because I
either.
fixed it.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. It's fine.
But you know, he shows up and he kind of like fidgets with his hands.
Ken, darling,
Oh.
your visitors here.
Oh yeah, welcome.
He like gives a small wave. He's like, "Hey, I'm Asura."
Nice to meet you. I'm Iris Evergarden.
Nice to meet you. I'm here to help Kin with a small procedure. I'll be out of your hair shortly.
Of course, take whatever time you need.
And he like looks to Kin and he like nods, kind of like shuffling.
Oh
Do
yeah.
you- Want someone with you in there, or just call if you need anything?
Well, I don't know. It's really up to our guest. If we'd prefer not to have an audience, and I just ask them that they keep an ear out, or
It doesn't really matter to me as long as obviously no one gets in the way.
that's fine. If you'll just keep an ear out in case we need anything.
Of course.
Kind of like tries to give a signal of please fucking listen for any suspicious noises.
I mean, that's why she was asking if you wanted someone in there.
Nah.
She's gonna send a Rom to just go stand in the corner and lurk in the corner.
I mean,
Nuram doesn't have too much to do today.
But yeah, this
Just
is
go
the
be
first time.
intimidating in the corner.
This is the first time you guys get to actually see like this new person with the interesting markings and his own little pair of wings.
Of course, I mean, someone can just stay nearby or stay in there with you if you're nervous. I don't think any of us have a problem with doing that.
Do they still have like chains around them?
On his arm, he has the tattoo.
Okay.
Milo
No,
was
the
the one who
doctor
had
has
the chains.
has the weird change.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
but yeah, Nuram, if you wouldn't mind sitting or just standing in front of the door, if we need maybe an extra hand or something, I think it'll be fine. But I'd feel more at ease.
Of course, I have nothing else to do today.
Thanks, mate. And I hand Neuron the Githyanki NSFW book. If you get bored, there's some interesting reading.
He sees he sees what that book is, does not like take it from your hand, lets it drop to the floor, and just looks you dead in the eyes. There is a kind of, how shall I say, mix of hatred and fear in his eyes. Like there's a deep-seated trauma that you have like resurfaced for a moment before you see him like quickly bury it.
I need an
Noted.
animation of that moment, please.
Like literally the word Githyanki like glints in his eyes. I'm imagining the animation now, and just like there's a flash of an image of something from his past before the book just slips out of Kin's hand.
To also be clear, this was not any kind of attempt to be rude to Niram. It was just this has been interesting. Please suffer with me.
You just don't know quite the history.
Yeah.
You
really
like
don't.
when,
Historical
it's like when a guy
connotations.
smells a bad smell and they have to show everybody else the smell.
Yeah.
They smelled it.
The driver of the car farts and locks all the windows.
Yeah.
Dutch oven, but vehicle, yes.
All right. Well, I don't think there's any better time to get moving.
Fair.
All right,
A very
after,
awkward walk.
You guys
Probably
are all
after,
free
like,
to-
10 minutes, Iris would just go and hang out in that middle area just to be nearby, just in case.
I mean, you guys are
What?
free to come in. Oh, I'm in the wrong freaking room.
I was gonna say Ace is probably gonna go play with his stray cats.
And I
I
don't
went in
know
the
if
wrong
anyone's
room.
able to even come in this room. I don't know if the portals are set up, so
Yeah, they are.
outside the door.
They should
Oh, are
be.
they? Okay.
I set them all up. I made sure they were all nice and set up. But when he first walks in, he kind of like glances around.
Why is Ace in there? Ace, why are you in the room?
Well,
He got
I'm
They're
not
hungry.
watching. They want to watch.
I'm not actually in the room, but
He got hungry and heard there was going to be a procedure, and he thought procedure meant cooking.
Nailed it.
no, I just want to see the scene. I don't want to be there. He's not there.
Yeah. Like I said, you guys are free to actually like watch the scene happen and stuff.
Oh,
if you
okay.
But he currently he's wearing a jacket. He kind of like strips it off, so it's like his bare arms. And he sets it to the side.
Are you
kinda,
also
like,
back
rubbing
here,
his
Ace?
hands. Do you mind? I'll need you to strip down to your pants.
Well, it's been a while. No, Kin will go ahead and actually strip down to just the like his underwear, just because it's comfortable.
I thought Kin said no. I was like, no,
No.
no, just do it here.
You see him kind of like he pulls his hair up into a bun, so it's like all off his shoulders and neck. I need you to lay down on your stomach, please.
I will do so. I can't make my guy do that.
Obviously. He spreads out his hands and closes his eyes for a moment, and he's standing perpendicular with you, so you can still see him and everything. The markings first on his face, so like spiderweb markings start to glow, and then the like chains on his arms start to glow. And this is what he looks like when he's using magic. So kind of like this glowing crown of thorns show up on his head as these powers he's using activate. And he reaches out one of his hands, and it's a very nice
tender and warm touch on your back, right between your wings. Where you remember mention of something of like an eye marking between your shoulder blades. And his touch is nice and firm, and he lets out a soft exhale and he goes, "What the fuck?" I got sidetracked by that motherfucker. He exhales and goes, um, I very much do apologize. This will probably hurt, as it is a magic that is very deeply connected to you, and it is being removed from your entirety. So, please bear with me.
When you say magic being removed, is that the binding on the wings, or is it?
Yes, it's not just he like removes his hand so he doesn't like start and like kind of like powers down a little bit. It's like, I guess he never explained how it works, does he?
No.
Your wings being bound isn't a physical thing. It's more of it's your soul is bound.
Oh.
So I have to remove what he's done from your very soul.
Oh. Okay.
I just wanted to warn you that it may hurt.
May I ask before you do this, how long have you
Like,
been working with him?
and he like nods his head a bit. He's like, "How long have you been working with them?"
A while.
He like nods. He's like, "Yeah, I've lost count."
Okay. I think I'm ready.
Alright. He the markings start glowing again, and that like thorned crown around his head shows up, and he reaches out his hands, and like you also notice that like it almost looks like just like other features start to add to his appearance, um making him look a lot softer. And he presses his hand to your back again. Um, and at first, it doesn't hurt when the glowing hand seems to effortlessly dip into your back, almost like a specter moving through you. When it does hurt is when it feels like it feels like his hand has reached now to touch your rib cage through your back.
Mm.
Is when it starts to hurt. And he closes his eyes. His hand is still very much inside of you. Um, and he's muttering words under his breath. Roll me perception.
Uh, 13.
You do almost recognize the language he is speaking as well. It reminds you of a language that you do not hear a lot. And after a moment, he starts to pull his hand up, and when it pulls out, you don't see this, but to the audience, I'll let you see this. It almost looks as if he's pulling a chain out of your back, similar to the one that's on his own arm. And once he pulls it far enough, it unlatches, and you feel this rush through your entire body. Just this feeling of it feels like standing in a narrow cavern and feeling the wind rush by really quickly. That kind of freedom of feeling the wind against your skin and under your feathers.
Mm.
And he releases his hand. And powers down and just they should work now.
Can test them a little bit, not fully going. I imagine there's some muscle what's it
Yeah,
called?
there's
Yeah,
you
deterioration.
it's yeah, like you can move them up and down, kind of like flap them normally, but they're not strong enough to get you off the ground or anything.
Well, that was unpleasant, but that's really all that felt too easy. I'm surprised that he actually acquiesced.
He's got other projects he's more worried about nowadays. Figured it was time to let the birdie have his wings back and be able to fly again.
Understandable. Well, if you ever need anything, I guess this was a bit of a favor, so I offer one in kind. And I think, let me see how much I have. If I'm completely broke, I
If
don't want
you
to give him
ever need to make children eat books, let me know.
If you need something disposed of, I
Yeah.
have a dumpster.
I forgot that's gonna be.
I'm gonna give this guy like 100 gold.
Alrighty. Give me 1 second. I have to look up how something works real quick. Oh, that's so fun. Okay.
I'm leaving, excuse me. Pardon me, I'm not here. My keyboard has stopped working.
He looks to the gold that you're offering him, and he's like, please keep your money.
Hi, Owen. How you doing?
Don't mind me.
All I do is work, so I don't need it.
Does he pay you? You gotta give me something here, man. Like, I can't imagine working for Milo of my own volition these days, so I'm trying to understand how he has any assistance.
None of us really get a choice in the matter nowadays, do we?
Can I read into that at all?
Roll insight.
That's another nat 1, baby!
Yay!
Other than something of like a glazed and defeated look, he doesn't really give any other tells. He just in general doesn't seem too happy.
Right, well, if you're allowed off your figurative leash ever, and you need a friend, or need a drink, like I say, favor for a favor, and we can, you know, stay in touch. Like I say, I know what it's like working sometimes in that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me 1 second. He kind of like pats his pockets a little bit and pulls something out. And he's like, if you have the time, you can send for me here. And I have to actually write it down. Hold on.
Gives you a business card.
Yeah.
No.
Damn, Sora goes insane and Kin's just moving right along.
It's
Next.
not like Kin's trying to get some kind of an in with whatever the fuck Milo's up to. He's mildly obsessed.
It's just also Sora didn't go insane. He just stopped sending letters.
I'm sorry, were you not there when we were with him and he stabbed himself enthusiastically through the hand?
That's fair. He sends you a letter with he just hands you a note with like 4 words on it, and I sent you the 4 words.
Did you? Hold on.
Oh, it's in
You
D&D
down
general.
to fuck? Question mark.
God.
No.
ETF.
Which Sunday didn't know what that meant.
I know.
Did you see that fucking clip I posted, Kai?
Yes, I.
Okay. That was 2 minutes and 30 seconds of Sunday losing her fucking mind.
I saw it on
TikTok.
Twitter, and then
Oh,
you
Twitter.
sent me that on TikTok, and I was like, oh my god.
That was insanity.
But yeah, it hands you a like little note with those words.
Do I know what they say?
Roll history.
I don't want to.
In a
I'm scared
different
to
language? Damn.
roll. Dirty 20.
Oh yeah, you do.
Hey.
Yes, you do. You very much do.
Is this something that Snow also knows and just needs to look back at letters?
Maybe.
Okay, I can do that.
Hold on. One second.
Cool.
Oh, there's also this one. I should bring up this one again. No, there's also that one. Thumbs up.
I would love, as soon as he hits me with that, I don't think this will help. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic again on this person.
Oh, he's slathered in it.
Oh.
Is there anything familiar about the magic?
I mean, you've seen Milo's magic, so yeah.
Fuck. That's not helpful. Fuck, okay. Kin's gonna leave it be for now.
You know, you have a local mind reader sitting right outside the room.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do.
How do I sneakily ask for assistance? As we leave, maybe.
I don't know. You could just ask.
I feel
and
like the
we could
group
just
needs to come up with hand signals for this.
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ace can't read, but he can understand hand signals.
But he nods and he just walks out the room.
Okay. As we're leaving, then, I would like to try to get Nurum's attention, regardless of how irritated he may be with my shenanigans.
Nurum will see you walk out and more or less just walk up to you to see if you're okay. Like you, as
Aw.
far as he knows, you just underwent surgery that lasted a total of 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna call him Az because I'm gonna keep mispronouncing. But if hey, will you maybe? I know sometimes you can read thoughts. Can you maybe gather anything from this guy,
Are you sure?
please?
Please.
Nuram is just going
Is that
to
you?
walk up to Asura over here,
Oh my god.
Asura.
and just kind of reach out for like a handshake of sorts.
1
I
second.
thought you were gonna grab his face like you did that.
Firmly grasp it.
And he like, oh, um, like hesitates as if,
I
um,
won't bite.
it's
Hard.
he like pauses for a moment, and then nods and like takes your hand.
Telekinetic thrust. I'm going to knock him prone.
Telekinetic
Jesus
thrust.
Gee, okay.
I like how we're all like I'm sitting there reading a book and suddenly this guy's thrown to the ground. We're all just gonna look over like
That is
He-
a.
he, like-
That is a. So I'm guessing he's not expecting it, but also that is DC. That would be a DC 16 save, strength save.
What? Oh, my favorite.
oh god.
Oh, my
If I get
favorite.
anything for catching him off guard here, because I am also trying to use my hand to get him to kind of trip himself a little.
I'd like to think that when he falls to the ground, you're still holding his hand.
oh
Oh,
no,
shit.
what happened?
Ooh,
Oh,
I know
no.
he has quite the bonus to strength. That doesn't help much. Nope. Yeah, he falls down and he like looks up a bit and he's like,
Cool.
I-
Hand on the face again.
Oh god.
God, I fucking love Nuram.
his like feathers are really puffed up and he's like kind of shaking
And
a bit.
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Is there a save for that at all?
There is a save for him to read that I am doing this to him, though I'm not quite hiding it. It is a. Let me.
Just staring in shock but not moving to do anything.
It is
Literally
a
the man of
DC 16 Wisdom.
Oh, that's cocked.
Looking over the back of the couch like, what the fuck is happening?
Well, he's not even aware you're doing it. He just thinks you have your hand on his face.
All right, yeah, I'm just gonna start probing this guy. Considering that he just performed surgery on my friend, and yet friend is still concerned, I'm going to look at what that procedure of sorts was, because that's a pretty recent memory, I assume.
Well, yeah, except his mind is completely blank.
Oh,
There's nothing.
Oh,
There's
you killed
n-
him.
there's nothing in here.
It's like his brain just got shut off. Like,
So
remotely.
so like I'm looking at him in his eyes. Does he look like immediately brain dead, or is he still like looking into me?
His eyes are kind of glazed. And like at first there's nothing, and then you do suddenly get like a shockwave of like sudden thought processes and memories coming through, and they're really scattered. And you only see very bits and pieces of the most recent procedure, but it almost as soon as they come through, they vanish again.
So there is something either removing his own memories, or he's being puppeted, and this is more or less just a body for something else.
Any good options?
With that, Nuram is going to just let go of the hand, look to Kin, and just. There's nothing. and he is just going to look back and then walk off to his room.
Oh no.
So he doesn't share that there's like an empty space of nothing.
He
That's,
said
that's
there's
what
nothing.
he means by
He
there's
just said
nothing.
He just
there's
literally
nothing.
said, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then I'm gonna have to ask this guy. Right, well, you're gonna have to tell me how you know that language.
And he like sits up, rubbing his face, kind of like getting his bearings again, and looking around a bit confused, like.
After his whole lobotomy.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro
Yeah.
just got a fucking lobotomy.
Yeah, and now he's being interrogated.
The best time to do it.
Yeah.
And he kind of just like getting his bearings, looks at Kenny, he's like, huh?
Right. This is weird, right? Looks to
Are you
everyone
talking
else.
to us?
Yeah, this is weird, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I'm a bit concerned. Nurum said there's nothing there, so maybe I need to, I don't know, perform my own surgery, if you want to. And he's trying to, like, move him back towards his room.
He's like going really confused. He's like, didn't we already finish? I should really get back.
No, you didn't finish, so hold on, let's go.
Do you need
He's
help,
just
darling?
coming? Is he just coming?
You're pushing him, so he's just like, he's really
He's not
confused. But
fighting? Okay.
I'm just gonna look over at Owen and Ace like, what the fuck is happening?
Owen would literally just hold their hands up like, fuck if I know, bro.
And literally, Ace just watched a man perform the jellyfish onto the floor. And does
Right.
not. I didn't even know what occurred.
She's just gonna close her book and like put
and
it
he
down.
just like has his hands up. And he's like,
I
don't know.
can't like escape.
You're not trying to leave at all, are you?
I just need to get back to the lab.
And is that all you do? You just lab sleep, lab sleep?
I mean, I stayed. And
Comes in with the crossbow.
I guess it's my job, so I spend most of my time there. I do runs to other patients when I need to.
What happens if you don't return?
I don't know.
Never not returned before.
Can I try to chain this guy up?
Oh my god.
The fuck kind of kinky shit?
Have you not seen his room?
Actually, no, I don't think I have.
Oh, and you
Oh,
should
yeah.
go in the room and just look
Go
at
check
Kid's
it
room.
It's gonna be
You should
a,
just
Just
look
lost
at
his
Kid's
mind.
room.
that is going to be a constituted constituted a like strength check against his strength
Contested?
check. Yeah, thank you. So roll a strength check. The first see if
D&D
you can
Beyond
grapple
says,
him.
is this a concentration check? And
What?
yeah. Oh, no. Okay, so got it. 18.
See, lots of chains in the room. It's fine.
Why
like,
are they
you
on
get
the bed?
You manage to get his
I don't know.
arm in, and you're managing to tug him and stuff, but he does. It's 18 against 18 right now.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Do
So
you need a
he's
hand?
fighting.
Yeah, are you in the room? Yeah?
Yes, no. Nurum came in with the crossbow drawn.
Is that why you went into your room?
Yes.
Bro's like panicking now. He's like,
Iris,
the
Ace,
fuck
and
is
Owen are just standing
I
outside
will.
like,
I will
what the
perform
fuck is
a
happening in there?
help action.
Okay, then roll a strength check with advantage. Whichever one of you wants to.
I am not strong.
I've got a +2.
That
it doesn't
is
matter. He
pretty
rolled
much
a nat
nothing.
one.
Ah,
It doesn't
okay.
matter if you rolled a nat one.
It's people standing outside the room.
Well, I got a 10, so
He got a nat 1. It doesn't fucking matter.
got it.
So you get him now, and he's like fucking freaking out now. He actually like those outside actually hear him start to yell, being like, "What the fuck are you doing? Let go of me!"
No, because I've got questions, and I need
And
you
you're gonna
chained up.
chain me up to get them?
Yeah, because I can't have you going back home to Daddy.
So from the
Oh,
commotion, Iris and Owen, do we join?
I mean,
No.
it probably feels like Kin's just lost his mind and abducted this person.
A little bit.
I mean, after Naram said there's nothing, and then Kin got really nervous, Iris would kind of be like, okay, something's wrong. So she's just gonna like guard the door unless she's needed.
Owen's gonna
like-
follow the pretty lady.
And I'd probably wait with Storybook. I mean, Iris.
Because I mean, she was already nervous, knowing how nervous Kin was.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, empath shit. That's why she was up there, just in case. So.
I'm trying to type.
But I feel left out just standing out there by myself, so I'm coming inside. But I'm actually outside the room.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm out there with you. Just I'm in the room.
No, we're just
Having
spectating
tea,
over here,
ignore
it's
us,
fine.
it's fine.
Oh, you heard food. Okay.
Do not eat my ottoman.
Oh, what's
Yeah.
wrong? Should he not eat things that aren't food?
Oh, yeah, you get him chained. He's freaking the fuck out.
Understandably.
Yeah, he's fucking. He has
He's a
no
little
idea.
fussy.
Aren't we
Yeah, a
all?
little.
A little fussy. It's fine.
Oh, I no longer have to leave at 8.
Oh.
I mean, I do.
But anyways,
Right. How do you know the Mdusi language?
he like looks at you really confused, like, what?
How do you know the Mdusi language? Or maybe we start a little bit more simple. What languages do you know?
A lot. I travel a lot.
But you're content to just be doing lab work.
Yeah, when I travel, it's for work.
And have you always worked for Milo?
Yes, since I don't know, years since I was like 16.
Okay. So, like me, those wings, not natural.
I guess.
And where did you grow up?
I forgot where she grew up. Give me 1 second. I can't find the server. Where is it? I need the map. Where is it? Where is it?
I'm just here to wreck your shit up, I guess.
Yeah, you are.
This one specifically.
Calhoun.
Mm. Right. So in your travels, did you ever travel with someone named Sora? Or anyone else that's like us?
No.
Mostly solo?
Yeah. It's kind of how my job works.
I guess I'm a little hazy on what your job is then.
I just deliver stuff to patients, do procedures on patients.
Kin's gonna look at the rest of whoever all is in here, I'm assuming everyone, and just be like, it's weird that
We're-
he's not,
We're
you know...
outside.
Ah,
Yeah.
damn.
We're just in here to
to
watch.
see.
Only
It's
the
just-
room is
you
in there with
can
you.
only have neurons, so you just look at
fucking
neuron.
It's weird that he's not fighting this, right?
What? It's also
Questioning.
strange that he had no memories of his own life.
Yeah.
Yeah, can perfectly recall it now.
So the past, like, hour, you remember everything? You remember...
I unbound your wings, like was asked of me.
So if I asked nicely for you to stay overnight, what would you say?
I don't really know you that well. I don't really know any of you that well.
Just one sleepover guy. Come on.
Trying to see if there's anything that I can do here. Fireball.
Lightning spell.
Moonbeam.
Please don't moonbeam him.
Yeah, no, that would be if the procedure got a little bit farther.
I don't think Neuron wants to be there for that.
No, Neuron will leave the room if you start dropping your pants in front of this unwillingly
No.
chained up man.
No.
That's a weird
It's not the
interview
goal here.
tactic.
So you don't know Sora, you don't know, hold on. I gotta look at my notes now. You don't know a Talador. Or a Reuben.
He like shakes his head, kind of like shrugging his shoulders close to himself. Roll insight.
Those have gone so well tonight. 18.
And he's lying through his teeth.
I'm gonna punch him.
I'm gonna do it.
Fucking roll attack with advantage. He can't really fight much.
How do I roll for just a... I mean, I gotta meet his AC.
An unarmed strike.
Yeah, that should just be a fist on your actions.
That's a 5.
You have advantage.
Oh, you're right. Okay. It's another 5.
Oh.
I punched the wall.
Double advantage.
Yeah, you kind of just end up punching the wall right next to his head as he like jerks his head out of the way with like a knee-jerk reaction. Just like, and he like closes his eyes, like tilts his head a bit more as if there should be something there that you were supposed to hit, but like is accommodating for something that's not actually there.
What does that mean?
I don't know. That's for you to figure out.
There's someone else in his skin.
It's
Not
fucking
used
meat
to-
puppet.
Not used to dodging out of the way in this body.
Or is used to dodging out of the way because of something else.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Fuck.
Do you want me to punch him?
You know what? Yeah,
Punch
fuck
him.
it.
Everybody come in here. Everybody gets a turn.
Everybody gets a turn. I want to see.
That's a 23 to smack him across the jaw for 3 damage.
Oh, yeah, he dodges out of the way of the kid, and you instantly come in and
jerk his head the other way, and he yells out explicits in a very interesting language.
You're lying.
And he wipes off his lips. He focuses, blinks his eyes. I have to figure out how this works. Give me 1 second.
Oh no, he's gonna explode.
Ugh.
He's blinking in Morse.
Oh, some
skipped
nice
this
weather
class.
we're having today. We're just sipping our tea in the corner.
You just hear like thunk, ah, thunk, ah.
I get to make a wisdom save. I failed
Ooh.
the wisdom save.
Oh.
Hey, Mama,
Yeah, darling.
are they making another brother in there?
Oh my god.
No, they are not. That's not how that works.
Yeah, he a bit of heavy breathing as he tries to focus. He blinks his eyes he looks like he wants to cry, but he can't.
So is he lying because he wants to or because he's being forced to?
Roll insight.
Motherfucker.
Because that's worth.
It's
so
better
well
than
for
you than me.
us.
I ain't got nothing for insight.
11.
Well, for one, he certainly is uncomfortable with the energy that we've brought to the studio today.
I'm just kidnapping a person and no one wants to stop me. I'm the player is
after
feeling
all
bad.
we went through, Kin gets weird about something, and I was just like, "There's probably a reason."
Neurom has not said it, but that whole his mind being completely empty when viewed is a occasional symptom of possession by a certain group that I can't name because I won't let the bingo card people get me this time.
Yay, tie!
However, actually no, yeah, that's it. He's just concerned about that kind of influence.
Neat.
It's
Huh, neat.
It's pretty neat.
But yeah, he just looks really uncomfortable, and every time he tries to properly form words to say something, he just stops.
And we noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, now that I've committed a crime, what's the odds that he forgets that I did this and we just let him walk out of here?
Very unlikely. I have one idea. If this
I'm
is a
open.
possession of some kind, or something external, harming him with psychic energy might blow back towards the source of this possession.
Okay. How will
This
we know?
will hurt him deeply.
Oh, that makes him step back into the wall, and like he's trying to shrink into it, just
I looked at him. This is for your good. I'm gonna punch him again.
Shit.
Not even psychic. He's just gonna fucking deck him.
Well, no, I can make my fists psychic.
Oh, okay. I thought you just, for the thrill of it, wanted to fucking punch him.
Oh, hold on. I have to figure out.
That is going to be 11 psychic damage.
Hold on, I have to roll a wisdom saving throw real quick.
Wonderful.
This man is just an
Oh.
average person, dies
Oh.
on impact.
Right, he's just
Oh.
a commoner.
Oh,
What's that NPC
Oh.
from
Clear.
Dimension 20 yeah?
He's just a guy.
Oh yeah,
Just a
like
guy.
you sock him again and like, you know, psychic power, and he just like he like wavers, and like his head like drops forward, kind of only held up by the chain on his wrist now. His body kind of like slumps a little bit. Not too dissimilar to a puppet getting its strings cut.
Catch him.
well, no, he's chained to the wall. We have to catch him.
Okay.
He's pre-caught.
Yeah.
We caught him
Oh,
like
no,
10 minutes
he
ago.
Chain him
pulls
so
it-
he doesn't
he-
know what's happening.
He just pulls his wrist out of the socket. It's fine.
All right, wonderful.
Is he chained to the
Unchain
wall
him.
or chained to the bed? Because I
wall.
see the chains on the bed. Okay.
Wall.
There's both.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that wall. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like now on his knees with his arm above him, still held by the chain.
I know that wasn't enough to kill him. And I
Unhit,
know
chain
that
him.
wasn't. I know that wasn't enough to knock him out. I'll grab something to wake him up. Nurom is going to walk out of the room.
And now Kin is just alone with his sins.
With a
Iris, can you
potential
come
dead
really
body.
and convince him that we didn't do shit?
I'm sure it's fine.
Owen, come intimidate him so he doesn't think we did anything.
Owen will happily do it. Is that what needs to happen here?
No.
So I'm just gonna go
Honestly.
out to the owlbear pen, fetch a bucket of their like cold, kind of nasty, stale water, and you all will see Nurom just walk back up the stairs with just a bucket of water.
Everything okay in there?
It's fine.
Yeah, no, your tone doesn't say okay.
Jeez.
Like
Um,
literally, like that exchange. Like I imagine Iris saying that. Your tone doesn't sound okay. Like he's literally walking away as
Yeah.
she's talking to him.
Yep.
Like your tone doesn't slams door. Okay, bye. I'm going to splash the like cold water on this man.
Oh, that like he like shivers and like jolts up. He's like breathing really heavily. He like
Good morning.
he like looks around. He's like, "What's going on?"
Who are you people?
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
He like looks.
Did you unchain him or not?
He's still chained
he's
to the
still
wall.
on the wall. He like looks to Kin and he's like looks around, really freaking confused, especially because Durham's here.
Yeah,
And he,
there's
like,
a sudden influence of a green man in the room.
and he looks around and he like you see him like halt on like the tattoo on his arm, and like his eyes are no longer like the fuchsia pink they were. They are a beating red now.
Well, that feels familiar.
What's going on?
You were under the influence of something. We snapped you out of it, but sorry about the headache.
Oh.
That's one of the few times Nerom's ever apologized for something
I
in this
know.
campaign.
And he
Ew.
puts his hand to his head and like goes to like rub his like hands through his hair and like stops on his hairline and like feels at it a bit, and he like
I mean his head to his hand because he's currently chained up.
That's true.
whatever. But he
Picking
like
up slack, probably.
he feels at like where his hairline is and like pauses and like seems to try to get a semblance of kind of how he looks right now, is like feeling at like his horns, and like you see him like stop on like the like cobweb tattoo on his face and feels at it. It seems to be kind of like actually indented in his skin, and he like bro's fucking shaking like a chihuahua.
Or like one of
He's
those
also-
really sick bugs.
He's like he's also freezing cold right now.
Who are you?
Um he like he's got like a shell-shocked look right now.
Kin will
Nurum
very-
is going to crack his knuckle and then like slam the
Oh my
side of his
God.
fist against the wall. Name now.
She fucking apologized and then went back into threatening mode.
Jeez.
Look, Nurum needs to know what is up right now.
Yeah, no, it's fair. It's just 180.
It's
Is this a good place to like ... End of
he-
chapter.
He like looks up and he's like, it's Jakal, Ryla.
What? How do you spell that?
It's the name that's in D&D General.
Yeah, I'd say that's good enough place to.
Oh yeah, that's where we're ending, by the way.
Yeah. ... Good night, everybody.
Flex my hair. I'm gonna go
Well
say
then.
goodbye to my chat real quick.
Oh my
Shit,
god.
Same.
Snow feels bad.
Any particular reason? Is this an old friend of yours?
No, I mean, so for y'all's reference, because I know this arc isn't meant to be kins or anything. I don't know, but the name itself is in the Mdusi language, which is Sora's people, and that would just it's not necessarily it's odd that someone else would know it. That would be outside of that village that we went to.
Yeah.
And Kin is, at this point, I would say Kin is obsessed with anything that Milo does. I think it's one of his major character flaws, because he's happy to be like with his people, his friends. He's happy with the life that he's building with these guys, but he's gonna have that little weakness towards investigating whatever the fuck is going on, because it's too suspicious that Milo would just be like, okay, everything's fine.